say when guys on your back, man, ain't nothing that can stop you from like what he has for you. You know, reason.
Good evening. What a way to start off our third week. Let's get to it, shall we?
Oh! Georgia! On my mind. And not the good
I feel
way.
like the rubber's about to meet the road.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one.
I mean, it's time. It's early in the season, and we about to find out what we about to find out.
We're about to find out. As you may or may not know, we are the Very Orange live stream. With me, as always, my hetero life partner,
the Super Genius Wiley, the aptly named Super Genius Wiley.
And I am young Brandon. And let's chop it up about some balls, shall we?
Yeah, we will. And while we're at it, thank you for joining us, everybody who clicks and watches us live, watches it on YouTube. We had one of our largest audiences last week watch the show, and we are very gratified and honored for that to have happened. So thank you very much for taking time out of your valuable and busy lives to watch us. And it's time to talk about some football. Because it is
yes,
football
sir.
season.
Before we get to Georgia and this game, this reckoning that's about to happen, let's look back at last week and talk about some notable games. As you can maybe see the crawl there, we have an Instagram, Field of Streams 2020. If you'll be so kind to follow that, you'll see all the fun little polls and pictures and all that good stuff that we put out there for you good people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, to top off our wonderful record-setting victory over ETSU, a little dessert, shall I say. The University of South Florida.
Go Bulls.
Came into the swamp and handled the Gators.
Walked out with one. Now, if memory serves, and my memory usually does, I said last week, 1, take the Bulls to cover. 2, bet the under. Now I very rarely get parlays right, but I was pretty damn sure about this one. And turns out I was. I'm admitting I did not think South Florida was going to win this game. I really didn't. I
didn't either. I thought it might be within 3.
Yeah, I thought it would be very close. And I'm gonna be. And South Florida did their damnedest to screw up. Because the one thing everybody will remember from this game is the spitting incident. But before the spitting incident happened, Florida scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter to take the lead, and they got good field position because of a really, really
Terrible,
stupid
terrible.
late hit out of bounds. I mean, the guy was 5 yards out of bounds, and the kid pushed him. I mean, that's an automatic get your ass off the field right there, and just go to the locker room, take off your shit, because that's just there's no excuse for that. I mean, really, none.
No,
absolutely not. The
sloppy ass, stupid, letting your emotions get too high football.
They had, and Florida had already had a good return on that kick, so it was just bad. It was worse after bad. I mean, they did. I don't know that Florida would score on that drive without that penalty. I don't know that.
Because the Bulls have a good defense also.
Good defense. But that certainly didn't help.
No.
I will say that this is an absolute case of the coaching staff losing a ball game, because Florida only had one thing they had to do, was run the damn clock out.
Clock, baby.
And they didn't do it. I don't
know if Sunbelt Billy thought that was a weak move or what the hell.
That was a Les Miles level of stupid. Yeah. And that's saying a lot, because Les Miles couldn't tell friggin' time or count. So, and I saw a meme that's by his friend Ethan Hewitt commented on, where there's a picture of Dan Mullen saying, hey, they said 3-0, hey, Gators fans, miss me? That sumbitch nearly lost his game against UCLA by doing the same thing. He blew a 23-0 lead. And the only reason why UCLA won that game is because UNLV won that game is because the defense bailed their coach out. I mean,
someone threw an interception at the very end of that game to fuck it
up? Well, okay. Trader Joe's going to be Trator Joe is going to be Trator Joe.
Thank you.
Yes, I wanted to make sure I enunciated that clearly.
Copyrighted.
Yes.
Trator Joe.
Trator Joe. But I mean, I got to give.
We got to get that.
You got to give the devil his due. He played a good second half. He really did. He played. He
was all right. I don't hold any animus towards Nico. Well, I left your football program. That there's no shot in Florida here.
He needs to shut up and play, because of course, I got super pissed last week at that comment he made about how the fans of the Rose Bowl are classier than the ones in Knoxville.
Yeah,
and I went off last week, and I needed to, because I needed to vent. But at the same time, hey, Nico, which of the 5 fans in the Rose Bowl are you talking about? Because that's about all that's showing up these days. Now back to Florida and happier things. Shot in Florida.
Shot in Florida.
Shot in Florida.
I've got a little map in mind to where all this is going, but we'll discuss this a little. We'll dig a little bit, just like with a little tiny show.
And them boys is staring.
What do you think Billy Napier? Because I don't think he's going to beat LSU this weekend.
No, I don't think he's going to beat LSU either. But then again, leave it to Brian Kelly to screw this up. I mean,
that's true.
He's not exactly a genius either. Well, I think Florida's going to come in there fired up. I think they're going to put up a fight for the first half. and then
Yeah.
LSU is going to pull away from them.
Those are the lines I'm kind of thinking along, that
Yeah,
they're going to be revved up in the first 2 quarters, maybe into the third a little, but then they're just going to get worn out by that LSU defense. And
I don't understand how Napier has not completely lost that locker room. How he's able to get
I'm
any.
gonna drop a bomb here.
Okay.
Florida fans that might be watching this and then in the future or now. Lagway ain't it. Lagway ain't it.
Lagway ain't the way.
I like it.
Copyright.
So
Put it on a t-shirt.
I want to say it this way, but his damn seat's hot. It couldn't.
Of course it was.
Do you think Florida would go as far as to shit can him like halfway through the season?
I don't know that they
really
would
have to piss somebody off.
I don't know that they would do that. For multiple reasons. I think I wouldn't put it past him to go ahead and start looking for somebody and hiring search firms on the sly and going through and looking for somebody. I mean, it's but I mean, there are a lot of names that have been thrown out there of who would be candidates. And there's a sportscaster out of Jacksonville who was talking about John Gruden, and I don't know that Gruden's 62. Would he want to go to Florida? I mean, does he want to? I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why he never took the Tennessee job, because he didn't want to have to do the grind of recruiting. That's why he didn't want to come to Tennessee. He didn't want to do college. He doesn't want to do all the work, and that's all the legwork that's involved that he doesn't have in the NFL. Which, I mean, still, it's a lot of work in the NFL, but he doesn't have to worry about fucking recruiting all the time. They mentioned Jed Fish at Arizona State, which would be interesting. I don't think they would go for an Alex Golesh. I think they're the group of five. They don't want to. They're afraid to get burned by another coach from a non-major. I would think they would want.
Yeah.
The interesting scenario would be Kiffin going to Florida and Jed Fish maybe ending up at Ole Miss. That could be interesting. I mean, Kentucky's probably going to be looking for a coach next year. I don't see Mark Stoops hanging around.
That's part of our hot seat conversation.
Aren't we having the hot seat conversation right now?
Oh yeah. Well, we're getting a little shallow. We're going to dig deep and mention.
Okay.
If you look at our Instagram, I've got a post up about 4 different coaches whose buns might be a little toasty right about now.
Stoops, Napier, DeBoer.
Stoops, Napier, DeBoer, and Freeze.
Bama can't afford to fire Kalen DeBoer. His buyout is insane.
Well, I mean, and it's also when they bought people out, it's been for like $7 million, something like that. Not 60 or 70, but 7.
And homie moved the clan down. Homie moved the clan down south. So you got to know he ain't gonna take pennies on the dollar to get it to leave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't in his situation.
Yeah. He got all his people down there too.
Yeah. I mean, Ray and Boo Boo and Baby J and all them kinfolk come down there with him, and he's not going to want to He's that. I mean, it was. I think $60 million. I mean, it was just. It was just.
I think it was 60. Yeah.
Why do they negotiate themselves in the corners like this? Why?
No idea.
Okay. In my clandestine civilian life, I'm an educator, and I still can't wrap my head around the fact that the college football coach of the major university in the state's the highest paid state employee. I still don't get it. I mean, I love football. I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
Yeah. I would have never thought it would have gotten to this point of maybe 5 or 6, 7 million tops.
I mean,
but
why they didn't stay in the Saban family tree? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, but the only obvious person would have been Kiffin, and he's the bastard child in the Saban family tree. Let's be honest, because
he is a bastard. That's for sure.
You know, and I'll say it again. Kurt Signetti was 10 years younger. He'd already be in Tuscaloosa right now.
Yeah.
Because you know that he's one of Saban's guys, but he's closer to Saban's age than most other Saban's guys. Kirby's not going to leave Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, Pruitt comes with Pruitt. Well, first is an idiot, and two comes with too much baggage. I mean, they don't want to take the time to show cause. So
Kirby's got that sweet ass barber he goes to where that gives him the best bowl cut in town.
He ain't he might be sweet ass for Athens, but he ain't Max Ramos. That's for damn sure.
No.
He's not our boy Max.
I'm making fun of Mr. Smart.
Yes.
Anywho, a little more heartwarming, although that was Chef's kiss.
Just kiss.
Loss.
I mean,
I think everybody's kind of behind this upset was Mississippi State defeating Arizona State.
Them boys played good.
They did, and it was only like the second time they'd beaten a ranked opponent. Arizona State was number 12. The first time they beat a number 1, the first time they had done this was back in 2014. They beat number 1. Cover your ears, Shelby, wherever you may be. Texas A&M.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just you'd think their history would go back a little further, but maybe that's why they're the Bulldogs, because they've been dog shit for so long. I don't know.
Well, and you also
good on them.
Yeah, good on them. It's a good win, and not to, well, for lack of a better term, shit on the victory. I don't know that that's not a diminished Arizona State team, because you think about what they lost. I mean, there are no more Cam Scatterboos in Tempe. You
mean to tell me that the AP poll doesn't get its rankings correct? Are you shitting me?
Quelle surprise, mon frère. I mean, shocked. I am shocked, I tell you.
The vapors.
I mean, well, they ranked Boise. I understand why they put us at 22. I do.
I get it.
I don't like it, but I understood. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
But now they know, and they're gonna keep finding out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, so obviously this is like, the biggest game at Mississippi State in, well, 11 years.
It's the biggest victory. It's the
Or
biggest
big-
victory. I don't know. I don't know. It's the biggest game they've ever played because they did make number one when Mullen was there and Dak was QB. So
Yeah.
there was that. They now did they beat anybody once they got there? No, because I think they immediately lost to Alabama when they
Yeah.
hit number one. It's like us when we hit Georgia when we made number one in the first playoff or in the whatever the rankings were for the playoff, and immediately laid an egg in Athens that weekend. So,
Yeah.
what's you take it for what it's worth, which in some cases ain't much. Excuse me.
We had Mizzou take care of Kansas.
Who knew two
Not that
border
it was
states hate
such
each
an
other?
upset. Sorry.
Who knew that two border states hated each other so much? Who knew? Who knew?
Not so much an upset as just they played a decent football game. And then now that kid's hurt and out for the rest of the season. So
Well,
I don't know how they're going to be from this point forward.
Kansas is one of these teams they're all offense. They're going to score a ton of points. They're not going to stop. They're not going to be able to stop anybody. They're Jaden Daniels. Is a good quarterback. He's one of the and there he's going to ball out and he's going to get his stats, but they'll go 3-8. And like I said, that they might jump up and beat a Texas. I mean, in the Big 12, who's left?
Yeah.
There's nobody on the level of Texas left. I'll tell you that.
No.
To and ruin somebody's
Former
season.
shell.
Yep.
A shell of its former self.
Yes.
Little word soup for you.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss ended up taking care of Kentucky. Not by much, though. I don't remember exactly what the score was. It wasn't a blowout, though.
Commonwealth's not a Commonwealth. While it is not the most intimidating looking of environments for a visiting team, is not an easy place to go in and win. I mean, that's a tough place to go play. And it's gotten tougher under Mark Stoops. I will grant him that much. They've been tougher at home.
What is it they used to say? People that designed furniture and shit. Shabby chic.
Shabby chic.
Kentucky Stadium is shabby.
Kroger Field.
Kroger Field, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a touchdown. It was a touchdown game. It was 30 to 23. So it was close, and I think we all kind of thought it would be.
But I think that separates tiers of teams, though, right there. A game like that, where if you're going to be the big boy on the block from what used to be the SEC West, shouldn't you handle Kentucky pretty easily?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then again, we might know a thing or two about beating up on Kentucky.
we are nowhere near parity. We're not, but the level of competition has risen where the expectation is every week's going to be a dogfight. I mean, even Vanderbilt is jumping up and beating people. Even the dregs of the ACC. I mean, so it's
But
not,
okay,
I no longer accept anything as a given as a logical given anymore. I
I
mean,
will give you that Pavia kid can play ball. But does that really speak to how good Vandy is, or how shitty the ACC is, or maybe a combination?
I think it's both. I mean, he's got enough support around him to make him look halfway decent. And Clark Lee's a good coach. I will say this:
Yeah,
Clark Lee is not a good coach for Vandy. Clark Lee's just a good coach. Um, so I think that I think he's one of those guys. I think he's kind of like a Kurt Ferentz. He's there. He's alumni. He played there.
yeah,
He's in there. He's gonna win enough games to keep the alumni happy and keep the money rolling in. And he's pretty much got his ticket,
yeah.
filled out. I mean, he can ride his own ticket, and he'll be
All
there.
valid points.
He'll be there as long as he wants.
Yeah.
As long as he can keep producing. Excuse me, got the burps. On the level that he's producing.
You know who I'd like to see really thrive? And he's at Bowling Green this year.
Do tell.
Number 27 on the field, number 1 in your
One
heart.
in your hearts, Eddie George.
Eddie.
Yeah, I think Eddie. I mean, Eddie's definitely smart enough to be a good coach.
Yeah.
He's definitely got the right mentality. He did really well at Tennessee State. Where a school that is notoriously tough to recruit to.
Yeah.
That it had like in the early to mid 90s was really good, but also had more recruiting violations just about any one AA program in the country
Yeah.
at the time. So, but he's
one
he did
step
a
forward, two steps back.
he did a good job there. He got him to the playoffs, while he was there, and he moved up and onward. I mean, Bowling Green is definitely a step up in terms of job and competition. I mean, it's not like Eddie needs the money.
No.
Unfortunately, the acting career didn't work out for him. So that was coaching was the next logical step. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm sorry, Eddie. I did not buy Eddie George as Billy Flynn in Chicago.
Eddie, we love you.
We do. But
stick to the gridiron.
Stick to the day job, kids. Stick to the day job.
So finally, from last week, maybe the biggest game in the country, if you're not a VOLS fan, or maybe overall, you got the Sooners taking care of Michigan at home in an ass whooping, to be frank.
Well, there didn't seem to be much. Michigan didn't bring much to the table.
They did.
I mean, it's a little bit like watching UCLA in a certain way, because I mean they've got halfway decent quarter. They got a quarterback who's a good athlete. He didn't. I don't think he particularly looked all that good, and nobody helped him. I mean, that game. I wouldn't call that game a blowout as much as a snore fest.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
it was more. I mean, John Mateer played well. I mean, he ran for a score.
I thought Oklahoma. There was never a doubt in my mind that they were going to win that game.
I didn't think. I mean, if the defense showed up, if the defense showed up, Michigan wasn't going to win, That defense. I mean, Venables is a good defensive coach, and he's got him a quarterback, who's going to, you know, get his yards. Whether or not get his yards, get his offensive stats, and whether or not overall that's going to lead to more victories. One would think it would, but I don't know that they're anything special or anything to be overly excited about yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think Michigan's really rebuilding this year.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think, you know, and the kid played for the Vikings. Not that it's his rookie season or anything, but you know, those shoes that he's having to fill in Michigan.
McCarthy and
The pretty big shoes there. So what do you think about Mateer? America's sweetheart this week. Where it might have been Arch Manning in the preseason and up until they lost to the shitbag state. Then Mateer steps in and everybody likes him, which he does seem like a good kid. Or hell, you can come at me. I'll talk to anybody.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting on him to actually step up and step in against an SEC defense where they actually have to play, you know, Alabama, or that when they go up against Texas, when they step up against a known quality defense,
a stout,
yeah, and see they don't. I'm just trying to see who they have the next few weeks. I mean, I think they're off this week, but I mean, I'm just kind of checking. See, they've got Auburn. They've got Auburn at home in 2 weeks, which that could be an interesting game. Jackson Arnold comes home, or you know, yeah, looks like they're off. Looks like they're off this week. Well, let me check SEC one more time. Let me look. Looks like they are off this week because they got Temple. They've got Temple this week. They've got the 12:00 game on ESPN2. So
I remember seeing that.
That one should be a pretty blah game. They should. I mean,
you would think.
I'm not gonna say, you know, that they're going to annihilate Temple, but I don't think Temple,
it goes off the rails somewhere. Yeah. They should handle Temple.
Yeah. So, and then let's see, week 5. I think week 5 might be the week they're actually off, because I don't see them. I do not see them on the schedule for week 5. I'm looking for the Texas game is what I'm looking for. See how far the line down that one is. Week 7 is Florida, Texas A&M. Yeah, they play. Week 7, which is the week of October 6th. Is the week they've got Texas. So they're not really going to be tested. Auburn, depends on how motivated Gus is that week. But he's not going to really hit any hardcore static until early October.
Yeah.
And see, then they've got Texas at Carolina, Ole Miss at home. Then they're at us and at Alabama.
So that's a gauntlet.
It's gonna be they got Texas, they got to go against Arch and then Sellers, and then They got to go. They got the lane train coming to town, and then they come to us November 1st. So we'll see what we see at that point. But if they have a hard time with Auburn, conference play overall is not going to go well for them.
Yeah.
If they have a hard time with Auburn, Texas is going to eat them. Texas is going to eat them alive, and that's I still call it the shootout. I'm sorry, the Red River rivalry just not as a name does not do anything for me. I prefer the old name, the Red River Shootout. Ding me for being non-PC. Okay, so what?
All right, so
those aren't corn cobs that Big Tex is carrying around.
Overall, who's got the hottest seat in the SEC right now? Between Napier, Stoops, Freeze, and DeBoer. I think it probably.
I am going to say. I'd say it's got to be Napier. I legitimately think as much hate as Kevin DeBoer's getting right now, I think they have to give him a third year. I think they're stuck.
So much money.
I think they're stuck giving him a third year. Unless they figure out some kind of wishy-washy way to fire him with cause. Fire him for cause. But Napier is done. If they get
any way he saves his job,
he's got to run it. He's got to run the gauntlet. I'm serious. He's got to beat LSU there. He's got to beat us at home. He has to beat Georgia. And I honestly, and he's got to beat A&M too. I don't see that happening. I think the A&M game is actually at Kyle Field this year. I don't see him winning those 4 games. I do not. I mean, he could beat A&M. He could beat A&M. I don't know that he will. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how he still has control. Even if he does have control of that locker room, how are those guys still playing for him? I don't. It's not fathomable for me that they are still with him. So I think he's gone. DeBoer's too much money. I think Mark Stoops probably retires. I think Kentucky.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
I think Kentucky lets him walk away. I think he's earned that. I mean,
he's got the most wins in Kentucky football history. So
he finally passed Bayer last year.
I think they will give him enough rope to hang himself there.
I think he'll walk away. I think they'll let him walk away. Freeze. I don't know why Auburn would give up on him at this point. I think he's there. I think he's like DeBoer. He's there for at least 3 years.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
They can't. I mean, Harsin was a bad hire. Harsin was just not a good fit for that job. He wasn't the right person. He wasn't the right mentality. He didn't get the culture down there at all. Didn't even try to understand what he was walking into, and it killed him. It ruined it for him quickly. Things soured, went really fast for him. So I don't know why Auburn wouldn't be gun shy about pulling the trigger on Freeze that quickly. I think he's there at least another year. I mean, legitimately, they are doing better. They're improving. Whether or not that improvement is fast enough for the alumni and the booster
really
thing, I don't know. The win over Baylor was a big win.
That really is the mark, though. Whether you're moving fast enough for all these special interest groups.
I mean, there. I mean, in years gone by, I mean, there are some coaches who struggled when they got their jobs, who today would not have survived. Johnny Majors would not have made it 15 years at the University of Tennessee if
Oh,
he had
no.
if he had the coach under today's standards. He had some teams that really struggled those first 4 or 5 years at Tennessee, and he didn't win an SEC title. He got there in '77, didn't win an SEC title until '85. But then he proceeded to win 3, 85, 90, and 91. Did he share one in 91? I can't remember. But I think 3, 85 and 90 definitely.
Yeah.
As they went to the Sugar Bowl both those years. But they wouldn't be there. They would not have made it.
No. Which once again, this free agency, just going to call it what it is, tends to kind of compound all this.
Well, it doesn't. You have a situation where, of course, you're going to have disorganized. You're going to have kids who rebel and disorganized because they've got the power of the purse now. There are no consequences for doing things. They're accusing what's going on in Alabama. The players staying up to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning because they'll say, well, I'll just go somewhere else that'll pay me more, or I'll just leave and go get paid somewhere else. They've got to figure out a different way to make these guys accountable for things like that. So I mean,
I'm all for, ever since I thought of this, and maybe someone else thought of it before I did, but it just kind of hit me one day that why don't we structure this thing where you actually get rewarded for being there? You get like a base pay. And then once you're starting as a junior and a senior,
that's where your incentives kick in.
That's where your incentives kick in. That's where then you'll have kids staying, and you'll have, something that looks like football. Makes the people that want to see the old way of football and combine it with this new thing that we've created.
Back when it was still generally frowned upon to leave early and go into the draft, I was of the opinion, and I'm still a little bit like that. Whereas if you leave early, then you have when from your first NFL contract, you got to pay back to college the value of the remaining time you had left on your scholarship to kind of offset the revenue they would have lost by you leaving. I didn't think that was a bad plan. The particulars of it, I have no way of being able to say how they would work that out. It's way above my IQ range. Figure that shit out. But I never thought that was an unfair scenario.
Give me a bottle of whiskey and a good weekend and a notepad, and I'll get this thing solved.
I mean, seriously. I'm sure there's a brilliant sports management person or an economist or a finance guy who could figure that out. Or a girl.
While we're on it, if you haven't seen I just watched this the other day. I believe it was the 30 for 30 for Maurice Claret.
Oh, Maurice Claret, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, and he was a cautionary tale.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And this was a kid who did not. I mean, and the irony about Maurice Claret is Maurice Claret didn't come from an impoverished background. I mean, his mother wasn't wealthy, but he never really wanted for anything. His mother's, his mother's like college professor, highly educated. So education was something that's extremely valued, where in his family. It wasn't lacking in his family. It wasn't a situation where, he had to go out and earn anything for anybody to ensure survival. It wasn't like that for him. But I always thought that, I always found that kind of like, you know, because in most situations like that, the kid's going to end up being the primary breadwinner for the family, and he's going to go out and he's going to try to raise their standard of living and get them out of economically depressed circumstances, which that's usually the scenario. It wasn't that scenario. It wasn't there in that case. But the whole thing going, ending up in prison and finishing his degree and coming back and learning as much as he did to see where he's come, and the fact that he's making amends and trying to make sure that future generations don't make the same mistakes he made. I mean, I commend the guy. He's done really well.
Yeah,
considering the mess he made. Considering the mess he had made of things.
Yeah. Well, let's get to let's talk about this upcoming little skirmish. It's about to happen on Saturday. What do you say there, Wally?
Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs are coming to town, coming to New.
You ugly squash-faced little bastards. Blue tick hounds live a lot longer than bulldogs. They're a lot more athletic than bulldogs. They can outrun bulldogs. They survive because they can hunt and they can kill. I don't care how many times Ugga snapped at mascots or snapped at receivers. He's like Ugga's lucky that Bevo didn't stomp his ass.
You bought that fucking cow however many times you want to.
I mean, it only takes
Smokey
it only takes
dog that matters.
Yeah, it only takes one of them horns to shut you up permanently. Ugh. So I'm going at this analytically. Statistically, in every category of the past 2 weeks, we have outplayed them.
All right, because I was ready to play a little game with you.
Okay. Go ahead.
You tell me which stat line is better.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
535 yards or 417 yards?
Well, considering that the first game of the 535 yards that Joey's thrown for, the comparison of the competition the first week, I mean, there really is none. That Syracuse could beat the dog shit out of Marshall. I mean, that's a depleted Marshall team. Marshall, the administration in Marshall got to be outside their minds. Letting their coach go to Southern Mississippi and take his team with him. He simply took the team with him down there.
Well, they have been a clusterfuck of a football team ever since they moved up to. I always get turned around because I want to call it FCS. Ever since they moved up to Division One, it's just been, they had no business moving there. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe that they would get more money.
And the thing that they showed their ass so much. I mean, Charles Huff was alumni. He beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. I mean, and it wasn't like that. The game wasn't even that close. They beat Notre Dame. They beat them. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a comeback. They went in there, stomped them from the very beginning. I think it was like 16-7 or something like that. It was not. It was a low scoring game, but it wasn't that close. And all the guy wanted was a raise. He thought he had earned it. He thought he performed well enough to get it. And they're like, no, we ain't gonna do that. And he's like, bye, Felicia. And honestly, I'm gonna take some shit over this, and frankly, that's fine. I don't know that this was the case. It smacks of racism, honestly. It really does. Because he's the first half. It really does to me. Because you know, African American coach, predominantly white conservative area, white conservative university, and he's asking for more money, and they don't want to give it to him. And so, why wouldn't you go? I would go too. I would.
A lot of smoke there.
Yeah, there is, and I just, he left. He didn't feel appreciated. He went to a school and said, "Hey, man, we'll take you. We need you. We have been in the shit for years, and Southern Mississippi has had some down years. There were a couple years where they didn't win a game.
Yeah.
So and growing up for us, Southern Miss was that one team, man. You didn't, if you were SEC, you didn't want to play. You didn't want them on your schedule because they would jump up and beat your ass. They definitely beat Alabama at least once. So there was a situation where he got out. So first game is comparable. Is not really comparable in terms of level of competition. The team we played is a better team, and we beat them. Did they score their share of points? Yes, they scored their share of points, but we knew they were going to score. Rand Brown's an offensive coach. Yeah. He's gonna score points. The next week, Austin Peay. I honestly don't. I mean, now granted, we were that. I don't know if you were there with me when we played Austin Peay in Knoxville.
Yeah, that's a game we went to.
Yeah. I know because that's a game I brought my son to, and I remember, man. Yeah, I remember. It's like, good God, this is not good. This is. Yeah, we were sitting right next to the band, right next to the AP fans, and it's like, these guys are playing their asses off. Now they've had a coaching change. Their coach is now at it's New Mexico State. Is that where he ended up? I can't remember.
I think it is
somewhere out west.
They've been halfway decent.
Yeah.
Remember, we ran into some of the football players in the damn parking thing.
And the parking garage. They were sitting there eating Chick-fil-A, and I remember just like, hey, I said, young man, y'all played a hell of a ball game.
Boys.
Yeah, y'all play. Good luck to you in the playoffs. And I think they won I think they ended up playing UTC in the playoffs, and I think they won that one. I think they got past. They played UTC in the first round. I
believe they took UTC out. Yeah.
And so ETSU and AP are comparable. I would say that they're comparable opponents. And I had the game pegged for us 56-17. I thought ETSU would probably put 17 points up, and I thought a lot of those points would be in garbage time.
Yeah.
There's some shit that had to be cleaned up this week. Heupel was not happy, and there are things that I saw that I don't think the tight ends played particularly well. They sure shit didn't block very well. No. Particularly Ethan Davis. And there was that one screen pass somewhere second quarter where Ethan Davis missed his block and about got Mike Matthews killed. And I'm like, dude, you got to hold your block. You got. I mean, if he had held that block, that play would have gone a long way. You got to hold your block. That's not a play that you can afford to miss. I mean, that gets against Georgia, that gets Mike murdered. I mean, he's going to get it's that's a fumble, that's a turnover. So we've got to be very we've got to be tighter on that. We got to be very, very careful.
And stop giving away 3 yards on the
Well,
offensive line.
first of all,
They're playing a little sloppy for my taste.
First of all, let me just say that one, I would like to say that the quarterback usually stands directly behind the center, and he's usually not. I mean, that tall, particularly. So as much as I respect the young men who play for us, for the love of God, clean that shit up. I don't know what happened there. I don't know where he was snapping that ball, but against Georgia, that gets Aguilar, that gets Joey hurt.
Yeah.
Joe, it's not just one guy that gets back there with him and knocks the ball away. It's 5 guys knocking the ball away from him and burying him.
Well, yeah, like even if he jumps on top of that football and maintains possession, he's still going to get the shit knocked out of him.
Exactly. I thought so. I thought we blocked well. I thought we ran well. I thought Deshaun had another good game. I thought Deshaun Bishop had another good game.
Oh yeah, and that's what stands out. And I think our quarterback's playing great, and I hope he continues to do so. But where we're above Georgia, where there's a real difference, is these 3 running backs.
And I think people are still sleeping on them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I really believe that Deshaun Bishop has stepped up. He's looking good. Star Star, like almost. Oh my life. Number 9, Star Thomas. I called him Star Jones for fuck's sake. Star Thomas. That's a different look out on the field. But he's looked really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's the Camara back. He's the Swiss Army knife. He can run in between the tackles. He can get out there. He can catch the ball on wheel routes and screen passes and short stuff.
Yeah.
I see we have way. That.
We got 2 speedsters, and then we got a tank named Lewis.
Yep. And Star Thomas is not a small kid. Star Thomas is
no. But
he's got
it
some.
Seems like the Bishop and Thomas are maybe a little faster, maybe a little wily.
Yep.
Pun
intended.
But Lewis is just a bam, smack you in the mouth.
Yep.
And hell no, he ain't gonna apologize for it.
See, Star Thomas is like the perfect build for a multi-use running back. They all are. I mean, Star 6 feet and 210. Lewis is 6'1", 212, and Bishop's 5'10", 208. That is like, for like, center of gravity, pad level. That is like the perfect size for a running back. Those are the guys who just they're hard to tackle.
See, you would think it would be the other way, but Bishop's got the 10 yards or so average per carry. Whereas Lewis has those grinding, just and 2 touchdowns.
carrying 4 or 5 guys. I mean, they all have the type of body. They have that Travis Henry type of body. And
Oh,
Travis Henry coming out of college had one of the coolest scouting reports. I can't remember who wrote it, but he had one of the coolest scouting reports I'd ever read on the back before the draft. A scout had said that trying to tackle Travis Henry was like trying to tackle a bowling ball going downhill with swords coming out of it.
I've heard that before.
And that is for me probably, but that's I mean, and that's what I think of when I think of these guys. I mean, they're not the massive Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker, Ron Dane size back, but they're hard. They've got good pad level. They've got low centers of gravity. They got quick feet, and they're hard to it makes them hard to tackle.
Yeah. And maybe we talk about that wide receiver room while we're at it, because it also stands out.
I liked to watch. It was fun to watch Joey throw that 53-yard touchdown to Mike Matthews on that bomb, which he did say he was throwing the ball to Mike. I don't see that working against Georgia, not against that defensive backfield. But if Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley can get some separation, and Brazel can hang out underneath, and you've got Kitzelman for those 5 or 6 yard like little underneath drop off passes, I think we'll be okay. I mean, it's going to start with the run. If we can't run the ball, we're fucked. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not, if we can't, we got to figure out a way to run against that defensive line.
Well, I mean, and that's every football game. You don't want to break down into a one-dimensional team anyway.
Yeah, but this is more than others.
Our power, what's suited to our game, is getting that run going, and then finding these damn speedsters down the field.
Yeah. And the other thing we don't have is a quarterback who's scared back there.
Right.
I mean,
the fireman goes in no matter what, baby.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna be afraid.
The fireman is a brave man. The fireman doesn't care about getting hurt. Cares about saving lives.
The fireman doesn't run out of bounds on 4th down.
And I mean, and just watching and the thing and watching Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton still looks like he's a junior in high school back there.
I agree.
And I'm telling you, I'm sorry, son, this ain't Rabun County anymore. You ain't living in the Gap anymore. You ain't living in the Rabun Gap anymore. And you're not going to be able. And this ain't high school. You're going to get hit and you're going to get hurt out there. And you've got to be
between the bushes and around the hedge and
whatever.
Been the little tree friends. Might not want to admit this about Gunnar Stockton.
You
don't want to play your first game on the road at Neyland Stadium.
I wouldn't. And he's the weakest quarterback I think they've had in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, is he Joe T bad? Probably not. But he ain't Jake Fromm. I'd take Jake Fromm above him. I'd sure as hell take step-toe backings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least, I mean, whatever you want to say about Stetson Bennett won games. He did.
That's true. So they've got a back that we're going to have to stop. This Phillips kid.
Yes, they've got. Well, he's right
only
now.
got one touchdown, but
He's running for not almost 10 yards a carry. So yeah,
his yards per carry are pretty stout, pretty good looking.
But then again, he's stacked up. He's stacked up 10 yards a carry against Marshall and Austin P. So
yeah,
take it for what it's worth. Like I said, Syracuse is a better team than Marshall. Okay. We ran for 6.2 yards per carry against Syracuse. 6.2 yards. So I will take that every single day. If we can run for 3.5 yards per carry against Georgia, I would be happy with that. If all three guys got 3.5 yards per carry against Georgia, I would take that.
yeah.
Because that means we're moving the ball and we're pushing the line on first down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect us to get six yards per carry against Georgia. That would be insane. It would be nice, and I would love it, but it's not. I just don't see it happening. But 3.5 yards a carry against Georgia, that should be plenty.
Yeah.
That should be plenty to make them pack the box, pull up tight, and us have to throw the ball and making us and giving us the opportunity to throw the ball. And Joey is not a one-read quarterback.
No,
he's not. He's going to go through these progressions. Do I wish in the past couple of games he'd run a little bit more? Yeah, and he better learn, and his ass better learn how to slide.
Oh yeah.
Because that run against Syracuse was scary, where he ran the ball, and honestly, I don't held up hope on Merklinger after his performance.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell he was doing with that first pass, man. I mean, that guy, if that DB hangs on to that ball, that's the Georgia DB catches that. That's 6 going the other way. Absolutely,
yeah.
no question. That if that guy, and that's what happened to that kid. He goes, 6 points. I'm going to score. No, you dropped the ball. Thank God. Exactly. I mean that pass that was just bad. And I don't know that it was Jake's fault. I don't know that it was. I don't know that it wasn't. If it was just miscommunication with the receiver, whatever it was, that thing was a duck in the wrong part of the field.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And also, they're going to have to put some weight on him.
Well, Ed George McIntyre too, but I think other than Joey, of the 3 quarterbacks that played after Joey, I thought McIntyre looked the best. I really do. He had the best arm.
Yeah.
Of the 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, so he had the had the bigger impact.
Before we talk about scores and this and that, I got a few games to run down, and we'll do a little pick 'em kind of stuff. And then we'll be out of here. We've been at this more than an hour, a little bit over, so time's come. All right, starting out. And boy, is this a lot of points. Wisconsin is coming to Alabama. They are giving Bama's giving them 20.5 points.
I honestly don't know that much about.
I don't see how
Wisconsin.
they came up with that.
Do I think Alabama wins this game? Yeah. Do I think they win by 20? I don't know. Probably not. 14, 17? Yeah, I could see that. The thing that's dangerous about this game for Alabama is if Wisconsin gets the ball and they're able to run clock. If I'm Wisconsin, I am slowing down that game as much as I possibly can.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep them boys off the field. And if they're successful at doing that, this could easily be a 24-16, 24, 24-16, 24-17 game with Alabama having to pull away at the end. But so I would take Wisconsin to cover that 20.5. Yeah. I don't like this game. I don't like this game for Alabama. I don't. I think it has Danger Will Robinson all over it.
Well, and you know, speaking of someone that's going to have to prove themselves, that Ty Simpson kid.
I mean, he was 7. He was 7. Yeah.
A 3 touchdown favorite. I mean, you got to at least score 3 touchdowns, right?
I mean, he balled out against ULM. He was 17 for 17 against ULM, but he was 17 for 17 against ULM against Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening against Wisconsin. It's a definite step up in competition. Is Wisconsin as good as Florida State? Probably not. I would almost go say definitely not.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is Florida State offensively is more similar to what Alabama runs, and Wisconsin is not. I mean, Wisconsin is Big Ten, old school, grinded out at a glacial pace football. They're going to run the ball.
Yep.
They're going to line up. They're going to line up
Much
full
like
house
the Hawkeyes
and go at you. Yeah. Yes. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. But Wisconsin's going to cover the 20.5.
I think so too. Next, we got Arky at Ole Miss.
I mean,
Ole Miss by 7.5 only, and they're at home.
It depends on which version of Sam Pittman shows up. And I mean, I like Sam Pittman. I really do. I wish Sam Pittman was able to be more successful as a head coach. He's a guy who waited a long time to get that opportunity, and it has not gone as planned. I mean, he had to bring back Bobby Petrino. That should tell you how well it's gone. I think this has the potential to be a high scoring game, just because of the nature of the offenses. If Taylor Green can get rolling, I can see I can see them hanging around for a while. But that Ole Miss defense is under Lane Kiffin has historically been really good.
Yeah.
And so that Arkansas offensive line.
Arkansas and consistency
don't go hand in hand.
Do not go hand in hand. From their coach to their quarterbacks.
And Arkansas's O line has given up some sacks already this year. Which is a very un Sam Pittman like stat. for someone who is considered to be one of the better O-line coaches in college football. I mean, between him and Kurt Parent, head coaches who are considered O-line coaches, him and Kurt Parents.
He has his hat on that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's why he got to where he was.
The Reds win by 7.5.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I'll take Ole Miss at home by 10.
Okay.
I could see this being like a 34-24 type game. I just don't see.
You think it'll go that high?
I just, for some reason, I get a feeling there's going to be some points scored in this one.
I was thinking like a 42, 43-ish kind of game.
Yeah, like, I mean,
maybe somebody scores late to win.
I don't know. I mean, is it going to be a track meet? That Ole Miss defense is typically pretty good, so I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but Taylor Green's good. I don't know that he's good enough to go into Oxford and pull this one out.
Yeah, I think I'm with you though. I think Ole Miss will handle them. I'm gonna say by about 10.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think 10
maybe
points probably
like a 24-14 somewhere, something like that.
Maybe.
Next we got the Gator going down to Corn Dog Village, also known as Death Valley. And can
we just have a sinkhole, please? Just open up under the stadium and so I mean, just really. Not really, but you know what I mean. Seriously.
This is a 7.5 point game also, and I don't know why. LSU favored by 7.5 at home against the mighty Gators that couldn't handle USF.
Why do we keep giving Billy Napier that much credit? Why does Vegas like Billy Napier that much? I don't get it.
Maybe he's a made man.
God, no. I mean, he could. I mean, he could be Dixie Mob from Cookeville, Tennessee. I don't know. I've seen some pretty strange shit come out of Cookeville. I mean, my parents met there, so that should tell you something. But I don't.
Rollins.
Even though you're not watching, I know you're not watching. You're probably sitting up gossiping with people right now. If LSU doesn't win this game by 2 touchdowns, I'll be surprised. 7.5. I do not see Florida rebounding. This is what I envision. I envision a fight in the first half, and then LSU finally decides to screw it, and that's
Florida
my
will fizzle. Yeah. Lagway will throw a pick 6, maybe.
That's not a stadium you want to go play in after a demoralizing loss like that.
Hell no.
I would not. No. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to sway me to take Florida. Like, they're the mighty Gators, and they're going to come back on LSU. So I have to take LSU on this. I mean,
mighty pathetic, mighty sad,
mighty pathetic. And finally, what we've all been waiting for. The Doggy Dogs come rolling into Knoxville for a 3:30 ass whooping at the
So-
hands of Smokey and the boys.
I am optimistic, cautiously optimistic. This is one of those. We got.
Started,
Yes.
let me remind our audience here that this game started as giving us 7 points, and
Well, it got as low.
They cut that in half, and now Georgia is only favored by 3.5.
Well, ESPN has it at 4.5, but still, it started at 7 and then went down.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, heavy betting on us. The ESPN metrics have us as favor us 51 and a half to 48 and a half, whatever that math adds up to. 51 and a half to 48 and a half. So it's one of those games. It's like the Alabama game 3 years ago. Until we prove we can do it, nobody except us is going to believe it. And even some of us don't believe it. I mean, the average margin of victory over the past 8 years. Actually, I take that back. I'm trying to remember what the statistic was. In the four game home losing streak against Georgia, the average margin of victory has been 41-10. 41-10. Do I think this Georgia team is 31 points better than us? No, I do not. Absolutely not. I firmly believe that. I think we are in a better place now. Am I glad we're catching them early in the season? Hell yeah. I would much rather catch them now than get them in November after they've.
Yeah.
What happens is they figure their shit out by then.
If this kid Stockton gets his shit
if he gets his feet under him and then he really starts rolling, basically like when they went into Texas and won last year. But I don't think they're there yet. I think that we're offensively we're ready to go. I think David Sanders is going to play. He's not out. He's listed as questionable on the injury report. I think he plays. How effective he's going to be, I don't know. It's not a game. Like I said, I said this last week. I'd rather see him get reps against ETSU starting out than against Georgia. It is what it is. It is what it is. Jackson Moy is probably going to be back in the center of the defensive line. So I think clogging out the middle of that line, so Arian Carter and Joshua Josephs and Caleb Herring can all run riot back there. If our speed rush gets going, they're not going to stop us. They're not going to be able to beat us. 4.5. I think we win. I think we win it late, and I think we win by 6. I say like 30-24, and we finally shut some people up for a year. So that is my prediction, and I'm going to be sweating out every second of it.
I agree. Now I watched. You can catch every damn football game they play. Anybody plays, they'll run it back on you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I've caught some of these Georgia games if they played this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I haven't really been was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is nasty. Georgia thinks they have a defense. We got a defense. We got it up front coming at you. We got some of the best quarterbacks in the nation.
Let me tell you something. Colton Hood ain't nothing to sneeze at. Kid's got some skills.
Hell yeah, he does. Like you said earlier, I think maybe there's a few people out there sleeping on us. They want to seeing is believing kind of thing. I think we can handle them.
Yeah.
I think we can handle them. They haven't impressed me. This is not the Georgia team from last year or the year before. Or the year before.
Mm-mm.
See, that's the thing. People want to say, well, it's been 8 years. Everybody, the confidence you must have being a Tennessee fan in 8 years. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You ain't the same team from year to year to year in college. This one, it's not as strong as the previous Georgia teams. This VOLS team is not as weak as we've been in certain areas.
We have quietly built this.
We have quietly built this. We're getting more 4 and 5 stars than we ever used to.
We're younger, we're stronger, we're faster.
Much like our quarterback, the fireman, they don't want to give credit to him.
Mm-mm.
Even though this is his senior year. They acted like he had just been sitting in the damn corner for 3 years playing with his pecker instead of playing football. What did he do? He came out and kicked ass. If our O-line can keep those Georgia doggies off of him, we can get that running game going. Game over, Georgia. The drought will end. 10 points. Yeah. I say we can win by 10 points, if not more.
Interesting.
All right, sir. All
well,
right. I'm pumped. I'm ready to pound.
We shall see. We shall see what we shall see. And it will be good. We will be victorious. We're going to win this thing. We're going to win this thing.
And now let's mention a few of our people. And if you like what you see on here, you can always donate a little bit of change to us.
We can buy merch, so we can buy tickets, so we can grow our footprint. Yes, we would spend your money on tickets. But let's be honest, okay?
We can get haircuts.
We can get haircuts, and we can buy parking passes, and we can go down and mingle with the folks and get more eyes on the merchandise, on the show. That's what it's all about.
Adrian, I got a question for you.
What's that, sir?
Let's say you were going to throw a golf ball at somebody, and it was the number 1 ball in golf. What golf ball would that be?
Oh, son, I would not bother to bring another golf ball into the stadium to throw at Lane Kiffin's head than Titleist, the number 1 ball in golf.
Number 1. Adrian.
Yeah.
I had another question for you.
Sure. Ask away, boo.
Let's see if you can catch on to this little game.
Okay.
If you were going to eat a hot dog or a, what these kids call it, a glizzy, or maybe throw a bottle of mustard, what kind of mustard would you use?
There's only one bottle of mustard I would ever throw on the football field at Neyland Stadium, and that is French's yellow mustard. That's it. Nothing else.
French's, you could call it the mustard of the gods, kind of like Milo's is the what?
The manna of the South, Milo's iced tea in the yellow bottle.
Good. See how good we are at this, folks?
I mean, look, and we don't get paid for this shit. I mean, where's our money? I came up with that Milo slogan 5 years ago. 5 years. And I've yet to see a dime.
See how naturally we just slid into the conversation about golf
all I'm asking is for a sponsorship, okay? I don't care. I mean, look, the thing about it is once we get bona fide and start getting paid for this thing, it's going to start getting scary. But all I'm asking is like get let us put your banner on air. Yes. Yes, we will wear gold and red for Milo.
We won't be able to be lived with.
I mean, so this is good stuff. I mean,
Hey,
yes, we're amateurs. Yes, Brandon.
Where is it you like to get your hair cut?
Pike Barbershop.
Who's our boy with the hookup for tickets?
Max Ramos, the best barber in town, and the crew at Pike Barbershop, Elliot, Miles, and our good friend Roberto. Shout out to Roberto's mom. One cool lady. If you're ever in town, yeah, she was. If you're ever in town and you're needing a little manscaping, go on the Booksy app and look up Pike Barbershop. You can get hooked up with Max or Miles or Elliot or Roberto. They'll be happy to see you. Pike Barbershop's it's a little hole in the wall barbershop with a speakeasy vibe. You can go down there and shoot the shit. It's a really chill place, and they do really good work, and it is well worth your time. So, Pike Barbershop.
Oh, and what were you drinking earlier, Dren?
I'm drinking one of my personal favorite beverages. This is the Premier Protein peanut butter and chocolate peanut butter protein shake. 30 grams of protein, only 1 gram of sugar. I drink one of these. I drink one of these a day along with a Premier Protein Cafe Latte protein shake. Helps keep me going throughout the day. But this is what's one of the best sources of clean protein I get. That is part of my diet. It's part of my daily routine, and it certainly does the job for me.
I love one of those after a good workout.
Oh yeah,
to get that protein in.
Get that protein. Feed those muscles and help you recover. Excellent stuff. Well, it's past my bedtime.
Coming at you. Any shout outs?
I want to thank the people who have come on board to watch us, who have enjoyed the show, or enjoyed the first show. Let's keep the ball rolling, keep the word out there. Word of mouth is the best way to grow this thing. Like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you want to see. We will do our best to try to have guests on the show. We know how much you love hearing us mentally masturbate on the air, but every once in a while, it's good to hear other opinions. Our friend Robin Richards could not be with us tonight. He was otherwise obligated, but I will be discussing with him the annual bet, whether or not it will be singing or saying. We'll see. But that will be discussed.
Turn to sing.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Turn to sing.
All 5 verses, all of them.
Half bear, the other half cat.
And it's not even the fight song. That's the funny thing about it, because nobody knows the words to Down the Field.
All right, folks. As always, it's been a blast.
It's been a pleasure.
And go Big Orange. We will see y'all.
Catch y'all on the flip side.
Next week. On the flip side, go Vols.
Go Vols.
Beat the shit out of them dogs.
Neuter 'em.